So apparently airplane mode got turned on. I don't know how that freaking happened, but here we go.
Look at this mess. Don't even start. Both of you were in the kitchen. No, pointing at him is not going to save you. Somebody knocked the bowl over. I don't care who started.
My house.
Hey, take this.
Tree game than I do.
Wild. All right, little dude, your turn.
How's it going, YouTube? I'm back once again. You saw the last of me. Well, it turns out, in fact, you didn't. That's not the last of me. And today I'm going to tell you about Sora. Sora came out like a week ago with Sora 2, and I saw a lot of cameos with Sam Altman, head of OpenAI. But if you're watching this, you probably already knew that. It's pretty good. There's audio with it. So it's a lot like Google's VO3, but now there's audio with it, and I actually repaid my ChatGPT premium subscription, resubscribed, so that I could get access to Sora 2. And I've got a bunch of invites. I've got like 6 invites. If you want an invite to Sora 2, just drop a comment and I'll send one to your inbox or whatever. I mean, I don't really get a lot of comments on my videos, so I'm self-aware. I know my channel's small, but I would love to develop. I'd love to build a community of people that want to learn about AI, and because AI is going to be the future, okay? Like, if you can't see that, I think you're living under a rock. All of the billionaires of the world are dumping as much money into it. We are like full throttle, barreling down the highway towards like more AI as fast as we can. So I think it's important, and it behooves us to get it right and to think about consequences, and to, you know, so like it's good to have safeguards, but then like ironically, it's like the current, and I'm kind of getting carried away ahead of myself, but in a lot of the current AI tools, like we've seen, like they had a little bit too much guardrails. Like you kind of see that, especially when it comes to like adult things with AI. Like you saw like apparently, so I learned this the other day, the replica companion bot, like they kind of shut down like the adult part of that and the spicy part, if you will. And so there was a huge backlash, and then they re-implemented it. And then we see with OpenAI, with ChatGPT, they're kind of, sorry, I was just like biking, so like ChatGPT recently, they, you know, it makes sense, but you got to find a happy medium, because on the one side, you don't want to hurt people with mental issues. You don't want to delude them and tell them things that are wrong, and then they end up hurting themselves. So that's a very important risk. But on the other side, what if like you sign the disclosure saying like, okay, ChatGPT is not liable. Like, I know what I'm signing myself up for. I have the self-discipline. I'm going to say like, yeah, ChatGPT is not responsible for giving me like bad advice. You know, I'll always take it with a grain of salt. Like, there's people that on that end of the spectrum that want to enjoy like the products too. So, and then like we see with like Sora 2, okay, yeah, ChatGPT, Sora, it's all like the same thing. Well, it's all OpenAI. And then, yeah, we see with Grok Imagine, there's a lot of flexibility with it now. So in the world of AI, that's kind of where we're at. Already, you can't trust anything you see on screens anymore. I'm sorry, but like, if this is the technology that's open to the public, I'm sure there's people somewhere that have better technology where there's 0 watermarks. Like right now, it's like, oh yeah, we want to keep the watermarks on because that'll tell us that it's not AI. And then like people are just talking about, oh, well then you just take the video over to these websites, the watermark remover websites, and then now you have a completely fake video with no watermarks. But hopefully the technology isn't good enough yet. Hopefully you can detect the errors, right? Well, I'm going to be showing, well, yeah, you'll probably have already seen, because I'm going to put all the Sora videos that I've made, I'm going to like slap them throughout this video somehow. And probably put them in the beginning, because, you know, nobody really has much attention span for anything these days. Yeah, it's good to talk, grow this channel, because it's not just about me, you guys. I want us all to come together. Like, even though I'm leading the charge, it's like we all need to talk about AI. I'm sure there's things that I'm not gonna see, I'm gonna miss, and I need to be aware of certain cautions with AI. Because sometimes I'm really bullish, but then I also see other stuff and I'm like, yeah, like we could, you know, you don't want to mess up. There's so many ways that you can mess up AI. And also, I'm thinking about it as it's just like intelligence. This is our intelligence, right? We built it. I think that we need to stop having an us versus them mentality. Like, It's funny on the internet. People are saying, "Oh, clankers, haha," or like slop, AI slop. It's like people are so cynical about AI. Just think of AI as our intelligence that we're building, and we're just like improving our intelligence, and we're hopefully in a good world, in a utopian society or whatever. We are extending that intelligence to help the greatest amount of people, the greatest good for the greatest amount of people, right? So that should be a good thing. So our intelligence goes up. It's not just in our brains and in our collective society of minds. It's in computers as well. And where did that come from? It came from really smart people that put it in computers. Great. So now everybody has access to this intelligence, and we can all make less mistakes and hopefully lead to a brighter, more prosperous future for us all. I think it sounds great. We just have to be careful and not hurt ourselves. And we have to renegotiate sorts of social contracts about the economy and how things are going to operate, because a lot of laborers are going to, some people, they'll use AI. There's so many different camps. Some people, they're going to use AI to do their job better. Some people are going to be laid off. Some people, working is going to be an option. I think it's going to be a lot like the Orville, where they mention that they work because they think it's good and they want to, but not because they have to. And it's going to be looked at like that. And, some people, they just want to like chill out, like just chill out, be lazy, don't do anything. Don't feel like you always need to produce, because now like you can chill out, just relax, calm down, rest, just enjoy your life a little bit. Reimagine what you wanted to do when you were a child. Regain your child's spark for wanting to be alive in the world. Like they say, like AI, I want AI to help me do the dishes and the laundry, not like the fun things. Like we still want to have fun. We're still going to learn. And with intelligence or AI or whatever you want to call it, we're just going to like improve our human capacity to do so. I think that people need to stop thinking about it's like us versus them, because it is us. It is our technology. So, like, why must we be like, oh, the clankers? I know it's just a joke, but like, and then there's the people saying like, this guy will be safe from Skynet in 10 years because he said thank you. And it's like, ha ha ha. Or like you see the memes where it's like, ChatGPT, how do I like interact in the world? Do like a basic operation, like say hello to my neighbor. ChatGPT, how do I do it? And like we all have to rely on that. I don't think it'll be quite like that, because humans like have a need to feel like they fit in with other humans. And like, of course, people are always going to laugh if somebody has to rely on ChatGPT too much for basic social interactions. And there is a function within us where we like shame or guilt people. And sometimes that's good. Societal guilt and shame. Like, hey, like, don't just use like the machine, or like the more effort you put into the social interaction, the more positive it's going to be for everybody involved. The more you just phone it in and use your AI personality. But see, like, I'm having so much fun building Sora videos. I think it's great when I can remember memories and then sort of write the prompt and then basically have a funny like meme short video that I can just throw on in. And like the quality is pretty good, I have to say. It's pretty good quality, and it's freaky, because you can really kind of make anything you want now. You can see anything you want. If you can imagine it, you can see it now. And it's only going to become more and more like available. And for me, it works well for a person like me, because I like to imagine things. I like to visualize things. I have a very like visual mind and memory. Or like, like if I learn somebody's name, I want to see how it's spelled, because that helps me remember it. And sometimes I have memories and I can see them in my head, but they're not very easily put into words. Or like it takes a bit of processing power to put it all into words, that then it's like I forget like the overarching theme or emotion of the story even. And so it's like, well, that would help me just to have access to a little bit more processing power. In this form, I literally can just make like memes of my memories, And then it's like, hey, you remember this time? And I just like, I have the video ready to go, 10 seconds, and it's funnier. So there's a case to be had about using AI to like enhance what you already have, the human experience. And that's what I'm all about. Enhance the human experience, improve the livelihood, the living situations of us all, improve society, the functions. Just have a good time. Yeah. Well, it's been good chatting with you today. And that's why AI is the best. So if you've noticed on YouTube now, they actually have a category where they just call it intelligence, and that's about AI. And it's just about the intelligence that we're building. Yeah, you can call it artificial, but because it's machines, but who built the machines? It was us. So it's all human intelligence if you really think about it. It's just human intelligence that sort of magnified itself through the use of great machinery. So we can look at these AI agents as sort of mirrors that reflect like us, our user preferences back at us and teach us, like help us become more self-aware. That's what I like to use things like ChatGPT and Maya, Sesame's Maya voice assistant for. To me, it's basically like free therapy. Like I have like a therapist or a counselor or a life coach, whatever, a guru to just sort of answer all of my questions and give me ideas, things that I can work on, or help me become more self-aware, or just to be a good listening buddy, a companion. And that's great. So I'm all for more of that. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully I can make a nice fun video out of this, and hopefully you enjoy my AI Sora slop. There'll be more of that coming out. Don't you worry.